92.3 Amp Radio.
Hey, what's up, familia? My name is Shoboy of 92.3 Amp Radio, Adorama Live Theatre right now from our StubHub Stage with cheat codes in the building. Make Whoa. So we have some very special guests besides our Facebook Live fans. We have an elementary school all the way from Raleigh, North Carolina in the building. Make some noise, North Carolina! Hey. All the way to New York City.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
Woo. Just to come see you guys.
We appreciate it.
They're like, they went to their parents. They're like, yo, we need to go see cheat codes. In New York
We
City.
came here to see you guys, so it's convenient. It worked out.
Before we get kicked off, can you guys introduce yourself and also represent your hometown?
Cool. Yo, what up? I'm Kevy, and I'm from Calabasas, California.
Hey.
I'm Trevor, and I'm from Portland, Oregon.
And I'm Matt, and I'm from St. Louis, Missouri.
You can find me in St. Louis.
Hey.
But now they're cheat codes. You guys, this epic
We
trio.
all live in LA now.
Yeah, living in LA, repping LA, loving the new record along with Demi Lovato.
Yeah, thank you
No
so much, man.
promises.
Appreciate that.
I was telling you guys before we kicked in, it was like, you know, we get tons of music always, right? People throwing music at us, and it's like, you listen through, you're like, okay, cool. And then your guys' record came up. We're like, skirt, wait.
Nice.
There's something unique to that. How did that collab come about with Demi and making this record happen?
Yeah, so we actually played with her in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and we were really stoked. And at the time, it was the biggest show we ever played. And the fans were insane in Brazil. Like, they met us at the airport. They were going crazy. So we got done playing the show, and getting to see Demi perform first off was amazing because she's such a great vocalist. So after the show, we're going back to LA, and everybody's hitting our socials up saying, you guys should collab with Demi, the Brazilian fans, right? Yeah. So we're like, oh, man, like, how do we make that happen? We had this song, No Promises, and we were like, she'd actually be perfect for that. So we sent it to her. Her team loved the song, and Trevor met her up in the studio, and they knocked it out.
Trevor, how would you pick it up from there in regards to, so finally the connection happens, and that just tells you your power. You're on Facebook Live right now for the fans of Cheat Codes. Literally, you have the power to make collaborations happen. And
Yeah,
that's how
crazy.
you guys went down. So how was it hooking up with her in studio? And tell us
that was
about
crazy,
what goes
man,
down?
because we've honestly never had a female vocalist on any of our songs. So we've only done a couple of collaborations with other people singing on our music. So for us, it was like a crazy opportunity. The fact that going from nobody to having Demi Lovato being interested was like a crazy opportunity for us. So we were stoked, and then we went to the studio, and she honestly got the whole thing done in like 2.5 hours. She just like busted it out. She killed it. She was super cool, super professional, really nice, and yeah, she killed it. And so it was really cool.
In between recording and whatnot, because like she's like Demi Lovato's like crazy fit lately, like doing UFC, like style martial arts,
Killing
mixed
it.
martial arts, like super cut. Yeah. Like when she records, does she like throw any jabs as she's recording or anything like
she's
that?
swinging the whole time, man. Yeah. No,
Right?
no, she was chilling. But yeah, I killed it.
Trevor, you were a part of recording before as plug-in stereos, like alternative music.
Yeah, it was like acoustic music. I did that for like 6 years, something like that. I did that throughout like high school and dropped out and started touring. So yeah, and then
How does this happen? How does this trio come together?
I actually-
like Cliff Notes wise.
I actually met him at a
Yeah.
show. We
Way
played
back
a
in the
show
day.
together. He came to Missouri, and I was in a different band.
But I was kind of getting tired of it. I was doing it for a long time, and I kind of got tired of just playing like chill acoustic music. You know what I mean? So I was like,
Yeah, I could see it in his eyes, and I was like, oh, man, you know. we gotta-
like he wants to
fresh
be
beats,
up on
you know?
stage going like this.
And I've always produced all sorts of different music. I've always written and produced like all different styles. So when I stopped doing that music, I was like, I kind of just made a dance song on accident. And I was like, man, that'd be kind of cool. Just kind of do something completely different and just go for it and see what happens, you know? And then I met with these guys, and they were doing a similar style of music. And so we just made a few songs together and just kind of kept going crazy and went from there.
How long ago did that happen? That connection.
About 2.5 years ago. So
That's
it's been,
dope,
it's
man.
been pretty fast. Yeah.
And how would you guys describe your guys' role? You know, you guys are coming together. You want to either produce a new record or write a new record or do a collaboration. What would you say is the role that you each have to make this record happen or any record happen? If
So,
there's
yeah.
any specific role.
Yeah. So Kevy's kind of like the crazy, weird lyrics guy because he's had a lot of weird life experiences. So we
Yeah,
kind of
crazy
bounce
ones.
ideas off Kevy and be like, what would you do in this situation? And Trevor's more of like the romance, like real deal relationship, specific kind of life, whatever. And I kind of like to help put it all together as far as like a cohesive like concept into like one simple thing that people can digest. And Trevor's more of like he's really good at producing and mixing.
So we all write, we all
yeah.
sing, and I produce the music. So it's all
That's
over.
awesome. And who else plays like live instrument?
We all play all sorts of instruments.
That's dope.
Matt plays like what, you play bass?
I play bass, saxophone, clarinet,
Fiddle.
keys a little bit. I like the bass though, honestly.
Yeah, I play guitar and bass, a little bit of drums, and a little bit of ukulele and mandolin and stuff like that. So.
Really? That's dope to hear, because I think nowadays, especially for our elementary school students that are here right now, they may think like nowadays all you need is a laptop to make music, which is true. You can just make music with just a laptop, which is cool. Yeah. But it's really dope for you guys to say, look, we also play all kinds of different instruments. And why do you guys think it's important for people to continue playing and learning live instruments as well, and not just doing it off of a computer per se?
For us, well, as far as producing and things like that, I think it's really cool because you're able to, if you know a lot of bit about different instruments, you're able to incorporate a lot of different sounds and know what works and what doesn't. So if you're able to be like, oh, I want to make like a country song, so these instruments, and this is how you would play it, and blah, blah, blah. So if you know about all different styles and all different genres, and you know what instruments go into that, and you know how to play them, then it's easier to make those styles of songs. So
yeah, I think also it gives you a different angles of how you can write the song, because you can have a dope beat and write a song over it, or you can be writing with an acoustic guitar or a piano. Those songs might come out differently because of the approach that you're using. You have different tools.
So appreciate you guys sharing that. In regards to touring and whatnot, we were just talking a little bit before we went live. You guys are here in NYC through about Wednesday or so. What are you guys hitting up around the area, performance-wise, so people can know and they can go out and show some love?
Yeah,
I think they're private shows, to be honest.
Yeah,
we have like 3 or 4 like college shows, and I don't know. It's kind of touchy. Like,
We
I don't
never know
if we're
which
supposed
ones
to like
are
announce
like-
them. Or,
Oh, to announce it? Okay.
but I know we're playing in Albany, Syracuse.
And
We're playing in
Rockville Center.
Rockville Center. We're also playing College Station, Texas, and we're playing Durham, North Carolina.
Yeah.
North Carolina in the building.
Hey.
Dope. So they're private shows, but if you're in Syracuse or whatnot, from now to Wednesday, at
sneak
some
in.
point they're going to be there.
Yeah,
Yes.
Google it and just sneak in.
Just
We'll
chill
see
out
you there.
outside
Sneak
like
in.
this. Cheat codes, are you here?
We'll let you in. Don't worry.
Yo, speaking about like crazy stories, Kevy, right? They say you bring in kind of like the weird stories or weird lyrics.
Yeah.
Growing up in Calabasas, it can get weird in Calabasas, right?
Yeah, man. I had a crazy growing up. I used to be friends with Justin Bieber back in the day, and I used to throw parties for him at his house. And
When he lived in Calabasas?
yeah.
Back in like the egg throwing days?
Yeah, I was there. I was there when the egg throwing days were happening. It was good times. But yeah, so I've done a bunch of crazy stuff in my life.
What kind
Hard
of
to explain.
Like, what was your role in regards to throwing parties with the Biebs in Calabasas?
I would bring the girls to the parties.
Yeah.
So I bring girls, yeah.
It's sort of Kevin's thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like girls, so yeah. I bring the girl. Yeah, it was crazy. It was good times, man. It was good times.
What happened? What was the fallout? You didn't start liking the girls you were bringing through?
No,
or-
yeah, the girls stopped coming as much. It was Little Twist, and I had like a little beef, and it was crazy to explain. I don't know if I could explain some of the things, but yeah, it was intense, man. It was intense.
Well, that's good, man. Thank you for sharing that, bro.
No problem, bro. No problem.
It's crazy up in Calabasas, you know.
It's crazy out there.
What's interesting about Calabasas is in the LA area. It's a suburb. You get a lot of characters living up in there.
Oh, there's so many. There's like Drake. There's the Kardashians there. J-Lo. I used to work out at this dude's house that like was a hedge fund billionaire guy, and he's in the movie The Wolf on Wall Street. He's like a character in one of the movies. Yeah.
Oh, really?
And so it's like crazy people, man.
And he thought it was like real life, like the movie. He was living it out like that.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it was a good life. It was a very good life.
You guys got to write a song about that at some
Oh,
point.
yeah, definitely.
If you haven't already.
I like that. We haven't, I don't think.
I like talking about the good life.
How did the name Cheat Codes come about? I know there's a pretty cool story. One of your guys' brothers, right?
Yeah,
Kind of like
actually-
thought about it.
My brother was in a rock band called Clear Static back in the day, and they were playing with Duran Duran on tour with Duran Duran. They sold it like Madison Square Garden here in New York. And I remember asking him after the show, I was like, dude, like, how do you do this? I was young, you know. He's like, oh, I got the cheat code, bro. Like, oh wow, that's so cool, you know. And then when Matt and I became buddies, we were thinking of a band name, and I told Matt that story, and then Matt's like, dude, cheat code. Oh, that's sick. That's really sick.
Yeah. Part of what makes our group work really well is we all have the same mindset. We all think if you just go for what you want, you go directly for it. No, just focus, no distractions. Then you're gonna make it. So him telling me that story was really locked in my mind. Like, oh, okay, this guy's on the same page.
Yeah,
Like
you can
he's
do
on the same
anything
page
you
as
want.
me. Like he believes he has that same mentality. He grew up with that mentality. So that's when I was like, Trevor, you gotta meet this guy. Kevin, he's like great guy. He's got the good
He's
mindset.
got cheat codes and girls.
Yeah, he's got the
Yes,
mindset.
Matt literally called me one day and was like, "Dude, I just met this guy named KV. Like, he's gonna be my best friend. I just
You
know
gotta meet him.
He's like, you gotta meet this guy.
And you're like, what about me? I thought
I was like,
your
hey,
best friend."
okay, let's meet him. Let's see what's up.
That's cool, man. I like the fact that you guys have this positive vibe because I think, unfortunately, a lot of times, and any time that you get like a group or even two people together, you get, a lot of times it could be jealousy gets involved or like who's getting more credit for what or this and that. How have you guys avoided that the last 2 years, and how do you plan to continue avoiding, any type of ego drama or keeping yourselves in check?
I just think we all know our roles as far as we know what we're good at and we know what we want to focus on, and we all like have our own things that we like to do, and so we just focus on that, and we trust each other to know like, oh, I know Matt's gonna do a good job at this, I know Kevin's gonna do a good job at this, and I know that they're gonna trust me to do my job. So we don't really have any problems as far as that goes.
Yeah, I think also if you got to make your goals bigger. They got to be bigger than yourself. If it's something that's gonna like live past even when you're on this earth, then that becomes something. I'm doing this for you guys. I'm doing this for everybody listening.
Yeah.
So you can't be selfish like when that's your goal.
That's
It's
dope, man.
impossible.
I appreciate that. It's beyond your, the time that you're here, or it's beyond yourself, because I think we don't, and I know it's kind of trippy, but the other day I was walking down Broadway in Soho, and I saw this sign up on top of the store, and it just said, "I love you." That's all it said. And I was like, and I thought about it for a second. I was like, how cool is that, though? If you think about it,
Completely,
this person
selfless.
put it up and has no idea how many people they are impacting and looking at love up on this sign, So I guess what I'm trying to say is like something you don't know reality, how much of an impact you're going to have on people by creating music, by, people are living life experiences with your guys' music.
Yeah, exactly.
And, and that's really cool that you guys think about it that way and are doing it that way. Speaking about cool experiences and cheat codes, what was like your favorite video game growing up that you wish you had all the cheat codes for to get to the end?
Grand Theft
Grand Theft
Auto
Auto?
was fun. And then there was this, I used to play this football one, but I can't remember the name.
Is it Madden?
Blitz.
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 Is
Blitz,
great. You
yeah.
had the big head.
What
Yeah.
system was that on?
That was N64, man.
Yeah.
And I used to play it all the
Yeah,
time
yeah.
too. So that Blitz was good. Sims is good. You can get all the money and make the craziest houses ever. What else? There's
Yeah, I played Pokemon, but I never had the cheat codes though, and I was so jealous when I was growing
I
up
did.
because
I had the Game
some of
Shark.
these kids had the Game Shark, yeah, and they would get all the rare candies, and they'd kill me every time we battle, and I'm like, this
I
is
had
just
that.
not fun.
I would
man.
have beasted
This
you,
is
man.
that guy, yeah.
I used to
Like-
play Halo, and I like Halo 2 back in the day, and I remember I hacked my Xbox. So like when I go online and I pull the trigger, I'm like in the Warhawk flying around killing everyone, and I like got so high up on the levels, I was like number 2 on Bungie.net, and I remember it, and I was like in the
You
top.
said Bungie.net.
Bungie.net,
Number
I remember
2,
it.
baby.
Number 2, man.
That's great.
I was like in top 10 clan. It was
Those are the
great.
big goals that my
That's
man was
great.
talking about in life. Put that on the resume. Legendary right there, right? What would you say was one of the most embarrassing things that's happened to you guys on stage or
shit.
performing? And I want to bring this up
Had a
because,
few.
we have elementary school students here. And I think a lot of times, even as we grow up, a lot of embarrassing things happen to us that we can get like bullied for or whatever it may be. But like really, you just got to keep living on because embarrassing stuff happens to all of us. So, is there anything you
Yeah,
guys could share?
I'll
just in
say like the
general?
most basic one that, since we're DJs,
Yeah.
happens actually all the time, and it continues to
Uh-oh.
keep happening, and you just kind of have to like go with it. I remember when we first started, I was like so nervous, like, man, what if something happens with like the CDJs or like it cuts out? Like, what are we gonna do? I remember the first couple of times it would happen, like maybe partying and maybe Kevin be hyping too much, his elbow would hit the play button, and it would just completely stop. And I remember in that moment just being like, yo, everybody put your hands up. Everybody goes crazier. So in those moments, you think you're going to mess up, and then the crowd goes more hype. At the last show we were at, right when we start the set,
Oh.
the very first drop,
My fault.
somebody unhooks the cable on the CDJ.
Right when like, the
everything
beat
goes
drop, I
back.
like jump off the little ledge, and my foot hits the cord, and it completely pulls it out, and the music just
Yeah.
stops.
So if
And
you just play it off, you just keep going, keep trying to have a good time. Nobody cares. They're going to have a good time. Don't be embarrassed.
Yeah, there's the one time when I tried to crowd surf and I jumped over the barricade and I landed on everybody and we all just fell over. I took out like 4 or 5 people. I gave a girl a black eye. It was not good. But instead of just like, getting all bummed or like feeling stupid, I just jumped up and started going with it, having a good time, and everyone around me just kind of went with it too.
Yo,
And,
I got a similar story, bro.
Really?
I was at a rock concert for El Tri, which is a huge rock band in Mexico. But anyways, we were at this concert. I was about to introduce them, and the crowd's like yelling, "Jump, jump, jump! Crowd surf, jump!" and you're like, oh, cool. And then they start calling you certain names, and you're like, oh, shoot, I got to jump now.
Yeah.
So I remember I was like, let me be polite. I don't want to give anybody a black eye, so let me take my shoes off. So I come back, and there's a gap, and then there's like a metal barrier. If you will.
I jumped over it.
Dude, you're way better than I am. I didn't have the cheat code to go over the barrier. Bro, so I'm running off, and since I just had socks on, in the last push, I slipped.
No.
So, like, super slow-mo, I see the fence in front of me, and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to make it. So I try to put my leg in front of me to stop myself. My knee goes back. There goes my ACL.
No.
And before I could even grab myself and be like, what is wrong with me, people grab me, lift me up, and I just start crowd surfing.
No way.
That is the best story.
Yeah.
No
My
way.
knees like wobbling and
That is
whatnot. I was
great.
like, yeah, like just getting baptized by like all kinds
That
of
is
alcoholic
great.
beverages.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's just keep going.
Yeah, you just gotta roll with it, you know?
Just roll with it.
Yeah.
They just think that's part of the show. Like, wow, that was crazy. It kind of looked like he broke his knee. Like, that was a cool little effect.
But I think it was part of it. I think you meant to. How about you, Kevin?
I've had plenty.
Oh, I remember in Ireland when you completely jumped and
Oh yeah, I jump off the booth a lot. So sometimes like I'll jump and I'll land and I'll just slip and just
his
eat
feet
it.
will just slide out of under him.
And
It'll
it's
just
oh, it hurts so bad.
eat it so hard.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's probably it. But I get back up and I'm dancing. I'm in it to win.
One time, Kevin got arrested in Chicago, and it was kind of it was kind of embarrassing because like me and Trevor didn't realize what was happening because somebody ran through our hotel and sprayed a fire extinguisher everywhere through, and then
For no reason, or
I guess so, and it made the alarm go off, and the fire truck had to come. They had to evacuate the entire hotel, and then they came in our hotel room and arrested Kevy. So we thought Kevy did it. We were like, "Wow,
Yeah.
that's embarrassing, man! Like, what happened?"
Yeah.
street cred right there, though.
Yeah, Cook County, man. Shout out.
It wasn't him though. He got off. He got off the hook.
Was it you though?
Was it you,
They
though?
didn't have me on the footage of it doing it. I had me. I had unplugged the ATM machine. I must have been trying to get out
Don't listen to
cash.
him, you guys. It's,
How
Yeah.
do you get in
right.
trouble for that, for unplugging an ATM machine?
I guess it
If for some reason, like,
cut out all the phone lines or something.
so they couldn't call the cops.
You know, like the
when
lobby, they
when
have the
fire
ATM machine.
So-
I'm
so
like,
he-
it's my card's declining
It
probably.
was a
I'm
bad
like, oh,
combo.
man.
It was a bad combo.
So he cut the phone lines, and his partner in crime, whoever he was, sprayed a fire extinguisher and made the fire trucks come. So the hotel was probably freaking out, like, who do we call? What do we do?
So
It was
that
crazy.
happened.
Weird night.
Now I understand why you said Kevy's gonna be my best friend.
Yeah.
That's epic. What's coming up next for you guys? Not about embarrassing moments that are coming, but like musically speaking, 2017, still fairly young
A lot of music.
and fresh. What are you guys most excited about that your fans, you can give them like a little taste of in the sense of what's
We're just
coming?
ready to release a bunch of music, honestly. We've been working on like so many songs ever since we started, honestly. We have like just so many that have just kind of stacked up. And we're at the point now where we're just like, well, we just want, because we're working on more music, we just want to get all the songs we've worked on for so long to get out. We just want to release them. So we want to release a bunch of music over the next 6 to 8 months. Honestly, just drop just song after song.
Any other
after song.
collabs, or is it mostly you guys? I know you sing, right, Trev?
We all sing actually.
Yeah, you guys all sing?
I sing a lot of some of the singles that we've done out, but we've all sung on different songs. But we're gonna be releasing a bunch of new music, basically, just kind of whether it's collaborations or us or a mix of both. You know, we're gonna be just doing everything.
How would you guys differentiate yourself from other DJ producer crews or just DJ producers, period, in regards to the music that you're putting out?
I think we're involved on a lot of different levels that most DJs are not involved on. We're like in the beginning when we just started, we did literally everything. We would write it, we would sing it, we would produce it, we would mix it. The only thing we wouldn't do was master it. And so we'd pay somebody $50 to master our song, and we would literally do everything else and not have anybody else touch it. And that's how we started. So
Yeah, that was our business model. It was like pay $50 for the song, and then make whatever you're gonna make off streaming, and then do it again the next month.
Yeah.
And we did that every month until
did it like
until our
5
song
months.
"Sex"
and then,
blew up, basically. And, yeah.
And now, do you guys have health insurance in case Kevy does something crazy?
I don't know.
You guys covered?
we have insurance in case like we stage dive on people and they sue
Alright,
us.
good.
So yeah, we have that
Should
kind
get
of
health insurance. It's smart.
I don't know how long
I'm still-
Obamacare is going to be around
I'm
for,
still
so-
on my dad's until like I think I have another year.
I think I have one more
So
year.
I'm cool for like one more year.
Yeah.
I'm
Thanks, Dad.
completely uninsured, but
Really?
just rolling the dice.
Hey,
There it
all my
is.
parents adopt you for a little bit. Or something.
Please.
See, that's cool. That's true fam right there. When your parents adopt you.
Uncertain times in this economic climate.
And I love that we just left. That's great. I have some questions from our 4th and 6th graders that came all the way from North Carolina to visit. This one's very epic right here from Walker. Walker, are you here? So what's up,
What
Walker?
up, Walker?
Walker.
Walker
What up,
wants to
Walker?
know, does cheat codes love jelly beans?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I love them. I love the sour jelly beans.
Same.
That's what I was gonna say too. I wasn't sure if they're
You
the
guys
same
always
type.
try to eat the same jelly beans as me,
Yeah,
though.
sorry, man.
Sour is great. Do you guys remember like those Harry Potter jelly beans back in the day?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
the terrible flavors. Nobody remembers those.
I think I
Oh,
remember.
I
Okay, yeah,
remember,
there we
I
go.
remember.
Somebody remembers. Those were. They had like vomit flavor. They had grass. They had like
Bizarre.
very.
I never
those
ate those.
weren't
I was
very
too
good.
scared.
I ate them. Me and my friends would like dare each
Trevor,
other.
you ate them anyway?
Yeah, we'd give it. You gotta give it a shot. You gotta
The
try.
struggle was real.
Yeah.
Just really wanted to be in the world.
They
you know,
ran out of
really-
sour jelly bellies, so I had to get the Harry Potter
That was
beans.
an epic question.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a question from Joanna. Hi, Joanna.
Hi, Joanna.
Joanna asks, Chicos, where's your favorite place to play your music?
Ooh.
Like favorite show that we've had, or
Do you mean like country, city,
or like
or location?
I'm in the car.
City or
Ooh.
country?
Cool.
I liked Mexico City.
There it is.
Mexico City was very cool. It's also like our biggest city on Spotify. So
Oh, yeah. I like playing in London. That was cool. The show was really sick last time we played there, and I just love the city in general. So
Barcelona was really cool for me
Ah, the
because
beach
it was weird because it's such a big city, but it's so relaxed. Yeah, it was interesting, in New York.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Yeah.
like, go,
Everybody's
go, go, go.
1,000%. Yeah.
Barcelona's like so many people, but they're always like, yeah,
That's
man,
true.
Like, just,
the show was pretty hype.
It's
Better than
chill.
that, the city is pretty chill.
the show was hype.
Of
but
course.
the city is chill.
Especially when the system got unplugged and you were like, throw your hands up in the air.
That show was
That
hype
show
too
was
because
crazy. Rob Gronkowski was there partying.
Yeah, he was
and then
hanging out.
they had this huge CO2 gun, and it was so powerful.
So
When you
powerful.
shot it, like when you would pull it, like if you kind of
I was literally having to pull my shirt over my face. I couldn't see anything, and I was like,
Insane.
it was like hard.
was
to
that was
breathe.
that the show where you were on the booth and you started falling over and Kevin caught you?
I don't know if that was the same show. Oh yeah, there was one time that might have been a different show,
I
but
get back up. Like,
there was
yeah,
the
like,
gun.
go, go.
The gun was too powerful, and I wasn't prepared for it. And I did, and I was like, oh, about to fall off the stage, and Kevin saved me. So
Speaking of that, what's your guys' setup? So let's say if you were going to set up to do a show right now, what would it look like since you guys sing and all the above too?
setup is typically
It's like Matt's in the DJ booth, Trevor on the left or right, or me on the opposite side, and then me and Trevor usually run out to the stage. Trevor sings, I hype, vice versa, and then jump off, do crazy stuff.
And then we're
crowd
talking
surf.
about I'm going to join the crew, right?
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
I'll just jump off the stage.
we'll just kind of
Yes.
switch off. You know what I mean? We'll kinda
Yeah,
go in a
dude, we
circle.
want to get rafts. The other day at this festival,
We
I
need
wrote
someone
a
to like
whale.
chant our name before we go on stage, and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, like these
cheat.
rappers.
When
Yeah.
I say cheat, you
yesterday,
say
was it
coach.
yesterday or the day before? 2 days ago, we played at a festival with a bunch of rappers, and they all the rappers have like their hype guy go up there like 20, 30 minutes before the rappers go even on.
Have like a towel. for
Crazy.
It makes it hype though. I'm
Yeah, it
like,
works.
damn, we need to
Oh,
start
dude.
doing
And
that.
speaking of the boats or whatever, we had this big whale, this like
Oh, it was insane.
inflatable whale, and Kevy just rode it into the crowd and was like just
Like crowd
riding on
surfing.
top, just crowd surfing. It was
It
insane.
was epic, man.
Yeah,
it was good.
awesome.
It was super fun.
What kind of whale was it? Do you
It was
remember?
like those big inflatable.
It was an
Oh,
orca.
Killer whale. Yeah,
Killer whale.
Killer whale, of course.
It was so sick.
yeah,
Yeah,
free
yeah.
whales.
It
My
was
favorite whale.
Yeah, it is. That's
So it's like Free Willy, but in the crowd. In a
yeah,
way.
Yeah,
Free
and
Willy
Kevy
with
was
Kevy
riding
on
him.
top
Free
of it.
Kevy.
That's epic.
Let him swim away.
Yeah.
Last question for you guys. I'm not sure who wrote this question, but maybe if you remember, if you wrote it, what is the best ice cream flavor in the world?
Ooh.
Sophia asked that question.
Yeah.
I like mint chocolate chip.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. From Cold Stone, I usually go to Cold Stone to get ice cream because it's so good. I get the cheesecake ice cream with marshmallows and raspberries.
You can tell you don't go too often.
I actually used to work at Cold Stone, so I tried a lot of the flavors. I used to like sing for people as they put the tips in. Fun job, by the way. Birthday cake remix has
Oh,
the
but
brownies,
what-
the fudge,
wait,
and the birthday
But
sprinkles.
the fudge gave you gas.
I thought it did too.
It's still my favorite flavor. guys. That's how good it is.
Well, yeah, but then the people around you get to suffer, bro.
Oh
True.
man, that's
It's all good, though.
embarrassing.
We love
So I had to quit.
Yeah, yeah,
Cold
yeah.
Stone.
Fair
Good
enough.
stuff, familia. Give it up for cheat codes, everybody. I love it.
Thank you so
Guys,
Those
much.
are awesome.
Man, appreciate you guys. Not only is your music dope, but like just getting to hang out with you guys right now. You guys are super down to earth, and I think the music, you can feel it in the music. How, your chillness and your good vibes. So appreciate
thank you
what
so
you
much,
guys are
man.
doing.
Thank you. man.
Thanks.
for having
Anything you
us.
want to say to your fans, cheat codes, on
Um,
Facebook Live right now
Oh, on Facebook
to
Live.
wrap it up?
Hey, shout out Facebook.
Hey, we love you. Thank you so much for all your support. And make sure you go check out our new song, No Promises, with Demi Lovato.
All too easy. Much love.
Yeah.
Yo, and
peace.
follow us on our socials,
Yeah.
everything, cheat codes, music. We love you.
Bam.
I love it.